Hello, I'm Jeff Myers, and welcome to Elgin Today. On this edition, we first traveled to the Elgin Police Department's award ceremony. Amongst the people receiving recognition, 16-year-old Andrew Wilson, who received a life-saving award. We'll talk with young Andrew. And the 23rd Annual Elgin Image Awards takes place at the Heritage Ballroom and the Center of Elgin. Recognized as a Citizen of the Year, a well-known Elgin lady who received a standing ovation. A trip to the 11th Annual Hablamos Espanol Expo leads to exciting new 311 information and word of a new app they have upcoming. And stopping by the Eastside Recreation Center table at the expo leads us to a trip to the facility to see all the recent improvements. On Mayor David Kaptain's segment, his guest is Judson University President Dr. Krum, and they talk about the famous World Leaders Forum, which won an Elgin Image Award in March. And we'll have information about Elgin's second annual Volunteerpalooza slated for April 25th, and the upcoming 38th annual Elgin Fox Trot on May 23rd. We'll have these stories and more on this edition of Elgin Today. The 5th Annual Police Awards ceremony with Police Chief Jeff Sloboda took place in front of a big crowd at the Heritage Ballroom at the Center of Elgin on the first Friday in March. Among those being recognized on this day, a 16-year-old Elgin youth receiving a life-saving award.
I saved a little girl's life after she had a seizure by giving CPR.
And where did that happen again?
In Peoria, Illinois.
And what were you doing down there?
Well, we were at a state chess conference for my high school because I'm on the Streamwood High School chess team.
Well, you're quite the hero today. How do you feel?
I feel very glad that she survived, and I'm glad I won the award. I'm very happy.
Have you lived in Elgin all your life?
All my life, yes.
And you enjoy Streamwood High School?
Yeah, I go to the academy, so I'm learning Japanese and international business, and I'm glad I go there, yeah.
You would tell all young folks in our area to become an explorer, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if you're interested in police work, I would say, join the Police Explorers. It'd be fun.
Was it their training that helped you at that moment?
Yeah, we had a 2-hour course in CPR, just one of the Wednesdays we show up, and that training helped me save the little girl's life.
Other awards went to Christy Smith, the Civilian of the Year. Manager of the Year was Sergeant Chris Jensen. The Officer of the Year was Chad Van Mastright, who enjoyed the moment with his 2 youngsters. And the Police Force Rookie of the Year would tell Elgin Today this.
I won the Rookie of the Year award. It's an award given to a person who's within their first couple of years at the department. It feels good. I've put a lot of work in. I think there's a lot of people that could have won this award today. What I'm doing, I think it's like a good start. The Rookie of the Year thing, it's really that I'm off to a good start to my career, and hopefully things are just going to get better from here, and I can keep helping out as much as possible.
After the award ceremony, there was a promotion ceremony with a veteran officer being promoted to sergeant. He would tell us this.
This has been a great experience for me over the past 14 years. The community is a fantastic place to work. The Elgin Police Department has a lot of energy. We look forward to serving the community. I look forward to my new role being the police sergeant and helping the community. I want to give 110% to the community, even on bad days. If you give 110%, it really makes things work a little bit better. But I'm also sending that challenge out to everyone else to give that 110%, even when they're not having such a good day, because the little things in life are what make a difference. And as a police officer, I've learned that sometimes it's the little things that mean the most to you. So I really appreciate this opportunity and thank everyone who's helped me along the way.
What a night it was, the 2014 Image Awards at the Heritage Ballroom, and no doubt the biggest crowd in the 23 years of this event. The date was March 19th, 2015. It was said to have the atmosphere of an Elgin Academy Award night. And with that, we tried to capture most of the 28 nominations, groups, individuals, community projects, and folks connected with them as they lined up on the carpet and entered the Heritage Ballroom and the Center of Elgin for their night. And here's the great news. The cameras of the City of Elgin were there, and you can see all the winners and the speeches and all the festivities as the entire ceremony will air here on Channel 17. Wednesdays at 6 p.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m., and Sundays at 10 a.m. That's great news. But right now, here on Elgin Today, let's first meet the youngest person nominated on this night. Young Sam Olson is here. Young Sam, you're 16, aren't you?
Yep.
How's it feel being nominated?
Amazing. I can't believe it.
And of course, your great work with the veterans and that great video you did, but you really do lots of video for all of Elgin, don't you?
I do, yeah. I go all over, film different locations, landmarks, buildings, parks, whatever the community wants, and I release it and let them watch it.
The biggest moment of the night, the announcement of the Citizenship Image Award, given to a lady often called the First Lady of Elgin, who told everyone how her community service began really some 10 years ago, involving a book and her late husband.
Thank you so much, everyone. This is overwhelming to the utmost. It all started when George Rawlinson came to our house and asked my husband to be in his book, Fox Valley Veterans. And Art was so proud to have done that for George. And then it just seemed like it snowballed from there. One thing after another. We'd go to a book signing so that everyone could know about this book. And of course, Art could not see that well anymore. And so I stood by his side and pointed to the book, to the place he was to sign his name. And he was so proud to have done that.
Afterwards, Eleanor also would tell us this.
This has been the greatest thing that has ever happened to me besides being married to my husband. This, overwhelmingly, and so many people and everybody standing. Oh, this was just great. Just the greatest, because I've been to many of these Image Awards, but I felt that this was the greatest one too, because everybody clapped for everyone and no one was left out.
This final thought from Sean Hargadon, whose group won an Elgin Image Award for the Elgin Fringe Festival, a venue of music, theater, and art in downtown Elgin.
Elgin's a real wonderful community. There's a lot going on, a lot of people investing in the community constantly. That's really kind of makes you feel, how can I say, it makes you feel like you're part of a big company, a group of people that are working towards a common goal. Even though the projects are different and there's a variety of them and a variety of individuals, it's just really exciting to be a part of that, to be part of a city that's actually working in a positive direction to do what it can for its citizens and everybody around.
Let's stay at the Heritage Ballroom as on Saturday, March 7th, the 11th Annual Hablamos Expo took place, and we stopped by a couple of City of Elgin tables. The first, the 311 table, the fastest way to connect to your city, and we found out there's something new upcoming.
311 is really excited to have been part of the Hablamos Espanol Expo because it really just gives us a chance to be out in the community and talking to people about their city. You know, what services 311 provides, you know, the fact that we can talk to anybody about any non-emergency issue that they have, you know, whether it's a pothole that needs to be filled or a street light that's out, or they just have a general question about, you know, what time is City Hall open. We're really excited because, like I said, any time that we get a chance to actually have one-on-one conversations with people and answer the concerns right then and there, the better that 311 provides services to the community.
Oh, it's exciting. You were demonstrating a new app, weren't you?
Yes. 311 will be launching a new app coming soon. So in April, May timeframe, we're going to be doing a beta period. And so what that means is we have this app that we're launching. People can access the same services through 311 just like they were calling, but they'll be able to submit their service requests. They'll be able to ask questions. They'll be able to see what's happening in the community through a consolidated Twitter feed. And what we're going to do during the beta period is invite the public to participate and give input in what the app might look like. And then this app will be available in English and in Spanish, and so that's another thing that we will be testing as well.
Also, the Eastside Recreation Center was at the expo.
ERC is part of the Parks and Rec Department. It's a big event for us. We're a diverse city, so we're here speaking Spanish, English, so it's a big target to advertise what the city offers to everybody beyond the language barrier. Anything that, you know, our community needs, they can always reach out to the city. So this is a great way to advertise that Hablamos Espanol in Elgin.
And with all the talk of the Eastside Recreation Center, a few days later we traveled there to learn about some of their great building updates they've made in recent times.
Yeah, we just finished a remodel. I think it just ended in June of 2013. So we've been almost 2 years fully remodeled. We received a park grant with the state of Illinois through the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, and the facility definitely needed it. It brought us to the level we needed to be considered a community center to serve, you know, people in this area of all ages. Summer we got summer camp registration that just opened, and a lot of people are registering already. I recommend people get in early to register because the spots fill up quickly. The Pre-Learners program is for ages 3 to 5. These are kids getting ready to go into kindergarten or preschool with a different agency, and what we do is we get them acclimated to the classroom structure, what they're going to be doing when they go to school. The nice thing about all our youth programming is that they're dual language. So we've had some success with the pre-learners who have aged out of a program, that since they've been in our dual language program, when they've gone into U46, they've qualified for the U46 dual language program, which makes us very happy that our program has been that successful to help the kids transition so easily into the school. Martial arts program going on too in our newly remodeled facility is doing great. We have introductory level classes for 3 to 5-year-olds all the way up to people that are earning their black belts. With the weather that we've had this winter, our soccer field and our batting tunnels have been really busy. We had a youth soccer program that actually is just finishing up here in March for ages kindergarten through 3rd grade. And then we have people doing rentals here to practice for their indoor soccer season. And then the batting tunnels, we're in the tryout season for baseball and softball, so we have a lot of little leagues coming in to do their practice for tryout so they can make the team.
And your location's great, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean right here on Route 19, we're right across from the high school. We have kids walk over from the high school after school and come here and work out. And you know, it's really easy to get to, and I definitely like the location. It's convenient for the community. You definitely can get in touch by calling the ERC front desk. The main number is 847-888-1989. Or you know what, just drive over here, 1080 East Chicago Street, and stop in and take a look.
We've got a special edition of the Mayor segment coming away. Mayor, we're on stage today.
Yes, we are. We're here at Judson University with our guest, Dr. Jean Krum, talking about the really great event that we have. And they've been honored to be nominated for an Image Award for the City of Elgin. And that's one of the things that we do in this program, is talk about things that are uniquely Elgin. And this certainly is unique program. The World Leadership Forum has really shined a light on our city for the past 5 years and brought great guests here. I just love doing them because I learned so much by having an opportunity to spend even a couple minutes with these brilliant people that they've brought in. And Dr. Krum can give us a little background into the history of the Leadership Forum and some of the guests that we've had in the past, and we'll talk a little bit about what the future holds for us too.
All right, Doctor, take it away, and congratulations on that great Leadership Forum.
Thank you. Well, it's an honor to be nominated, and part of the reason that we're excited about that is that's why we did create the World Leaders Forum. We had 4 goals initially when we created. It was to support an entrepreneurial studies programs here at Judson University. It was to provide for student scholarships. And the third one was to bring these world leaders to our home community of Elgin, and to have that event accessible by the local community. And the fourth part was then to get the community engaged in the process. And I think this year with Felipe Calderon, wow, the local stories as far as people here in Elgin really connecting to him, and when he was president of Mexico, they were pretty powerful.
They really were. In previous years, you've gone to several of them, Mayor, and George Bush has been to town, Condoleezza Rice.
George Bush was the only, that was before I became mayor, but I've met Condoleezza Rice, Mikhail Gorbachev, Tony Blair. So really, it truly is an international event and an international forum. And I met with young people at Ellis Middle School and talked about what education can provide in Elgin that you can't get everywhere else. And for there, many of them are Latino students. I talked about Felipe Calderon being here. And this is something that it can expose Elgin's future leaders to true leaders, world leaders, and get their insight into what it was like to be the president of a country, for example. And it's been amazing to me. Just sharing a few minutes with them is really an honor.
And you've got the charm to bring these world leaders, you know, they don't often travel away from home, and you bring them right to Elgin.
We do, and that's the exciting part about it. And that's one of the reasons, too, the special gift that we give them is an antique classic Elgin watch. Ooh. So when they leave here, we know that they've been to Judson's campus, but we want a reminder of our home community to go with them as well. And speaking of the students at the middle school, we're equally as excited that the World Leaders Forum is going to open up another speaker series line called the Inspirational Series. That'll begin this coming October 12th. Nick Vujicic, who was born because of a genetic condition without arms or legs, and you can find him at Life Without Limbs. Amazing, inspirational story of an individual who continues to live a full life, to include traveling the world as one of the most popular speakers in the world, 24 countries in 1 year. And I know for middle school students, high school students, college students, men and women of all ages, they will definitely be inspired by his story. So we're looking forward to bringing him to our community in October, and tickets will go on sale for that starting May 2nd.
Wonderful, that is. And of course, tell us how you came to Judson University in 2013.
Yeah, well, I was blessed to be looking at some opportunities to be a college president, and part of the reason that my family and I really were attracted to Judson, it was because of the community that Elgin was, it's the fact that Judson was located in the Elgin community. Sure. Things from the Elgin Symphony Orchestra to the cultural fabric that we have here, to the innovation that the city's doing in terms of downtown and the economic development. All that for me added up to say that, hey, Judson University, if we can be a good solid partner with the community, then we can help be a part of making a lot of good things happen. And I think a big part of that, Mr. Mayor, is the Alignment Initiative for Education. And what started off as a great summit that was convened by the mayor has now turned into, I think, what will be one of the most dynamic educational pieces in this community probably in the last 30 or 40 years.
That's great, Mayor.
And I think that the Alignment Initiative, I believe, is going to take Elgin to the next level as a city. And it's an economic development tool. When I met with Ellis Middle School students, we talked about part of our vision, and we signed in a letter of intent and a letter of an agreement to talk about things that we felt were important to our city and for education. And after working on this for 2 years, I think Dr. Krum touched on something of the inspiration for young people, that they had to find out that there's it's a big world out there and there are a lot of things that they can do, and we want to give them hope as high school students and middle school students, that if their life does not intend for them to go to college for financial reasons or a number of reasons, that we can offer something for them in Elgin that they may not be able to get anywhere else. And we can offer them a job or an educated become part of an educated workforce. And I think from we can go all the way from kindergarten through university level and never have to leave this city and get as good an education as you get anywhere in the United States.
So true that is, Doctor.
Yeah, I think that's a powerful point, because when you look at successful communities across the country, that having pre-kindergarten education all the way through graduate programs, as well as great vocational and technical education, that's what really strengthens the community and provides for opportunities. And so for Judson, you know, we're pleased to be a part of it, and we certainly have great partners with Elgin Community College and the entire educational community here.
And you certainly have a beautiful campus.
We do. We're proud of our 90 acres here, and we're really proud of where we're located, because we have a great opportunity to work with our neighbors, whether they're in Clifford Court or whether they're in Willow Lakes right next door. So we feel very blessed to be where we are, and of course we're on the Fox River, and it just a hop, skip, and a jump and you're on the trail, and that really adds to the quality of life for our students as well.
And when you arrived, it was the 50th anniversary, so you had lots of celebrations that year.
That was a big year. We had the 50th anniversary. My first week on the job, we had Tony Blair on campus. Wow. And then the second week, we made it through one of our 10-year floods, but everything went well at the end of that overall. So it was very exciting. The 50-year celebration was amazing, and we really appreciate the way the community rallied around us, from our participation in the 4th of July parade and the way people really welcomed Judson as a part of that, to the Founders Day Chapel that we had that fall as well. We're proud that this is our home.
It's great. Mayor, we're down to 30 seconds.
Judson University's really started to have an impact on our community. They just launched in the last couple of years a new program where you can get a doctorate in education at Judson University. And I was fortunate to come out and meet with some principals from elementary schools in the area. They're coming back to Judson and coming back to Elgin to finish their education, and we hope this alignment initiative is something that can be a cornerstone for our community. And Judson certainly is becoming an integral part of the city, and our partnership is something I'm looking forward to being part of in the next 4 years.
Well said, Mayor. And Doctor, thanks for the hospitality today.
Thank you. Thanks for coming to campus.
All right. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. We'll see you next month.
All right. From Judson University, that's our segment with Mayor David Kaptain and the Doctor. The 38th Annual Elgin Fox Trot is upcoming on Saturday, May 23rd, 2015. Always a great event with incredible numbers, starting in downtown Elgin at 231 Douglas Avenue. This year it's themed Run, Walk, and because of the great music afterwards, Rock. Barb Kaselica, the City of Elgin's Special Events Coordinator, has some additional information for us.
We have a 5K, a 10-mile, and 2-mile fun walk. This year we have 28 participating not-for-profits, so we're very excited about that. Fees do increase on April 15th, so we encourage everybody to sign up early. You can sign up at cityofelgin.org/foxtrot. Last year we had 2,300 participants, so we're hoping for 2,500 this year.
We'll check in again with Barb again next month on Elgin Today. But remember, run, walk, rock. The Elgin Fox Trot, the Saturday before Memorial Day, May 23rd, 2015. Next, we travel to the Gail Borden Public Library for information about an upcoming event that is truly for all of Elgin.
Hello, I'm Nancy Haggard, Volunteer Coordinator at Gail Borden Public Library.
And I'm Cindy Corrigan, Volunteer Coordinator for the City of Elgin.
We're here today to tell you about the second annual Volunteerpalooza. The volunteer fair will be held this year, Saturday, April 25th. And there will be opportunities for you to learn about volunteering if you're a teen, if you're a high school student, a college student, a professional, even a retired senior citizen. There will be something there for everyone to learn how they can give back to our wonderful community.
This is a great opportunity to join us at the center on April 25th to learn about all the volunteer opportunities here in Elgin, especially for teens and students to find volunteer opportunities this summer.
There will be prizes and food and live entertainment, so come out and join us on Saturday, April 25th.
Thanks, Nancy and Cindy. My name is Laura Valdez-Wilson. I'm a Senior Management Analyst with the City of Elgin, and I'm here to talk a little bit more about the Volunteerpalooza, which is our second annual volunteer fair, April 25th from 11 to 2 at the center of Elgin. And really, Volunteerpalooza is a big collaborative event that happens because of the hard work of the Elgin Volunteer Coordinators Network. The Volunteer Coordinators Network is about 50 organizations from around the community who work together, who come together about every month and put on this fair because people are always looking for how to get involved in Elgin. You know, they Google, volunteer opportunities in Elgin, and so we thought this would be a great idea to have one day and one event where people could come, talk to different agencies, see what volunteer opportunities are out there. Agencies can then work together, talk amongst themselves, and make sure that they collaborate and promote each other's volunteer opportunities as well. If people want to find out more information, they can follow the city on Facebook, they can follow the library on Facebook, or the Elgin Volunteer Coordinators Network is also on Facebook. And you can just find the event, Volunteerpalooza, and get information about time, location, parking information, and everything that you need to know.
Hi, I'm Liz Clemens from Gail Borden Library, inviting all Elgin teens to come to CareerFest April 28th from 6:30 to 8:30 right here at the library. You can find out what kind of path you're going to take for your career. We'll have a lot of professionals here talking about what they do from all different industries. Medical industry, we'll have even dog groomers and people from salons. So come on and join us. I understand we'll have firefighters and police officers from the City of Elgin who will be participating. They'll be happy to talk to you about their careers, so join us.
The busy Heritage Ballroom is where we begin our final story this time in Elgin today. It's the opening ceremony for the Activate Elgin's March into Health event, as Activate Elgin's co-chairperson Danielle Henson tells us about this day and about the entire event.
I think today's event went very well. The community came out. We have a lot of wonderful agencies that contribute to Activate Elgin March into Health, the expo, the March with the Mayor at the end of the event, and everything in between has just been a wonderful experience for us as Activate Elgin members and coordinators.
The event's really caught on with the community, has it not?
It has. We had a 2-hour event last year, and this year we had such great attendance that we decided to make it a 4-hour event with speakers. It was wonderful. The community has really come through. Partners and sponsors have come through to put on some wonderful programs that reach every demographic in our community, reaching all ages and every health-related issue that you would like information on. We had it this year.
And also to keep us in shape, Tom Armstrong of the Elgin Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee had some great information about future, you guessed it, biking events.
The entire month of May is National Bike Month, so at City Council's last council meeting in April, the mayor will read a proclamation designating May as National Bike Month in Elgin. And we've got activities planned throughout the month of May. The second week in May is Bike to Work Week, so we encourage people to hop on their bicycle and bike to work. That Friday is Bike to Work Day, but on Mother's Day, we've got an event. This will be the second year, called the Cyclo-Film Ride. It's an international bike ride, celebrated all around the world. Last year, we registered Elgin for that ride, and we take moms on the Fox River Trail from the Gail Borden Library north up to Dundee, where they've got their choice of dining at either Dairy Queen or Van's Custard, and then we ride back to Elgin. So it's a relatively short ride, but a lot of fun for moms and the whole family. Later on in the month, there's actually bike racing that's going to be occurring in Elgin. That is May 16th. So it's called Criterium Racing. It'll take place over adjacent to Lord's Park. It's actually the second day of what will be 3 days of bike racing in the Fox Valley. We'll start with bike racing in Dundee on Friday night, a twilight criterium, racing by Lord's Park in Elgin on Saturday, and then up in the Cary Fox River Grove area on Sunday. So 3 consecutive days of bike racing in the northern Fox Valley.
And we stay at the center of Elgin for our first information about a very unique and great new program for Elgin kids.
I'm excited to share with you a pilot program that we've recently kicked off, and it's called Park Prescriptions, a prescription for healthy kids. And the genesis of this problem is just our department's overall concern with the health of our children. We're seeing this obesity epidemic here in Elgin, just like across the country. And it's even more profound in the under-resourced neighborhoods. And we're just seeing a lot of children that aren't as active as we were when we were growing up. So we're trying to figure out how can we get them more active, who can we partner with. And as our staff was kind of struggling with those, to come up with answers to that question at the same time, Mayor Kaptain and I had a discussion about the city's health board, that some of the participants, and specifically Dr. Poulos, I think, who's the chairperson, is saying, hey, can't we get more involved with the community? Can't we be more proactive in planning and helping our community to get healthier? So Mayor Kaptain put Dr. Poulos and I together, and we started talking about this idea of a park prescription where physicians that are seeing children, and it could be when they're sick or maybe when they just come in for the annual school physical, and they see children that are obese or at risk of becoming obese, rather than just weighing them in and getting the metrics on them, say, hey, what really your child needs to do is be more active. And I like to write a prescription that directs them to go out and walks to a neighborhood park and plays on the playground equipment, maybe goes for a long walk in a park.
Wonderful concept, Randy Riopel. For more information, you can go online to www.centerofelgin.com/RX. The program's called Elgin Parks, a prescription for healthy kids. You can learn more about the information you saw here in Elgin today or about city services, programs, and events by going to the Elgin website at www.cityofelgin.org. And now the City of Elgin has a 311 contact center, Elgin 311. Call, click, connect by calling 311, the city's information and request resource. For everyone here at Elgin Today, I'm Jeff Myers. We'll see you next time. And our close comes from the Larkin Basketball Royals. They won a regional in March at Bartlett High School. And exactly what's it feel like to enjoy the moment? Well, let's go on court and find out from Larkin.